Okay, so today I want to show you kind of the best AI agent system I have built so far, without a doubt. So we're just gonna go straight into it, and I'm gonna explain after I've showed you kind of the demo of this now, how this works and how I set it up, because this is something I've been thinking about for a while. I think this is a pretty good solution. So I'm just gonna go through some tasks. So let's say this is the job we wanted the agents to do. So we're gonna find the current Bitcoin price, we're gonna save it as Bitcoin price MD in our file system. We're gonna create a repo called Bitcoin price. We're gonna push this markdown file to the repo. If the task is a success, we will send an email back to the boss, the customer, that's gonna be me. And that is the task. So I'm just gonna show you how quick this is with the setup we have now. So if we go into cursor here and our terminal, and I'm gonna start the timer, and I'm just gonna launch this, and when I have done the prompt, I'm gonna start the timer and we're gonna see how fast we can actually execute this task here. Okay, so I have started the timer now. You can see we have loaded up all the tools we need. So we're just gonna give the orchestrator like some instructions that we asked it, and here we go. The first thing that's happened now is we have an orchestrator agent that's gonna generate a plan for all the things we have here. And this is gonna be delegated to each of our setup agents. So we're gonna get into each agent and how I kind of separate so they have their own task. But you can see this is working now. We are just running the comms agent. We have done the web search agent, now into the Git agent, and this is super effective. As you can probably see the timer now, we are already pushing this. We are creating the GitHub repository. We are pushing this, and now we're gonna go back to the comms agent again, and we're gonna probably send the email. And I'm gonna stop this when we are done. Okay, so we are back on the Git agent again. But basically, with this orchestration, we can do a lot of different tasks without getting too... if we only have one agent, it's very hard to separate these MCP tools. But when we have it set up like I will show you soon, this is much easier and it's working much better. Okay, so we sent the email, and that should be probably it. So yeah, that is it. So I'm gonna stop the timer. So we spent about 1 minute and 20 seconds on this, just completing this job. So I would say that was pretty good. So let's double check this. So we can go check our repo first. So just refresh my public repo. Yeah, we have a repo called Bitcoin prices. Does this have a file? Bitcoin price, yes, perfect. Okay, so we have some different ranges. Yes, that is good. Let me check if we got an email. Yeah, dear Chris, I hope I find you well. The current Bitcoin price is. We also have a link to the URL for the repo. Here's the prices, and you can view the file on GitHub. Comms agent, that is our agent that is responsible for emails. We can also check our local system. And yeah, you can see we have a copy of Bitcoin price MD here. So every single step we wanted to do here was executed in a bit over a minute. So I would say that was pretty good. So I'm just gonna go in now and show you kind of how this is set up. And this kind of differs for agents I have created before. Okay, so here is kind of the overview of the setup. Like I said, we have an orchestrator. We have done that before because I wanted this orchestrator to actually come up with a plan. This is a very good task for like reasoning models like O3, or it could be Gemini 2.5 Pro. But this is a very good way to come up with a plan, because this has information about all our agents, right? And it will delegate this task based on the request from the user. But what I kind of changed up this time is that we have given each agent their own MCP servers. And I found out that works much better than just having these tool calls. It's so easy to kind of customize this, to add tools to the comms agent. We can add tools to the Git agent, and we can kind of customize these special agents based on the MCP servers we have available. So you can see in my case now, we have the search agent. We only have one server connected to this. The comms agent has two. Yeah, don't mind that. This was ChatGPT created this. This has the email MCP server connected, and also the file system MCP server connected to the comms agent. So we kind of missed that. On the Git agent, we just have our GitHub connected, as you saw, via an MCP server. So each agent only accesses to its own set of MCP tools. So this makes it a bit easier to kind of have many agents that kind of are specialized in like one set of tools. Let's say we just had one MCP agent here now. We could, in theory, get a lot of different servers, and they could be like called in the wrong order because they are very similar. But when we separate them like this, we can have a lot of agents that kind of have these sub-tools that is kind of attached to them. So I found that works much better. So I'm just going to show you a bit on the config setup. You can see config.py in my case. So if we go here now, do I need to zoom in this? We can zoom in a bit. Yeah, I think that's fine. So you can see for my servers, I just point. So the search server path for my local MCP server, I just point to this. And my email server path, I just point to this MCP server. So I have some servers running locally, and I have a couple running on the third party. So I guess it's just the GitHub one now is actually running on like a third party server. This is the official GitHub one. Okay, so this is my path to where I actually store the local files. And I have my token set up for my GitHub. And if you go down here, here is the agent server parameters. So I have the search agent. This is connected to the server search path. This search server path. This is the Brave search MCP server. My comms agent has a couple of servers. So the file system, that is also running on third party. And the email server, right? And the final agent, the Git agent, is connected to the GitHub server, MCP server. So if we bring up the terminal now, you can see we are running the MCP server here, right? This is the file system server. So this has a directory that is allowed. This is the file system, right? And I thought we have, yeah, here's the GitHub MCP server running on standard in out here. And we can just add as many servers as we want. So I thought we can go together and add a memory server to this to see how that works. And that how kind of this changes how we can work with these AI agents. So I want to use the official Model Context Protocol servers for this. They have something called memory. Of course, you can just create your own if you wanted to. But let's take a look at this one, right? So what we can do now, we can look at the information about this. Okay, what do we need? Okay, so we need to set up this. We have an npx command. Yes, that sounds good. Okay, so we can assign a file memory path if we wanted to. Or we can just do this. I think I'm just going to use this. Okay, so we have some instructions here. We have a system prompt. So why don't we just get Cursor help us set this up? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy the information from this server. And let's just go to Cursor and we can do context and just paste in this. So this is everything about the MCP server. And I can do a prompt here. Okay, so I want to add this memory MCP server to one of the agents. So it's gonna be the comms agent that's gonna use this MCP server. So you can integrate this into the config and the orchestrator, and you can also give me the npx command to run this. Okay, so let's try that prompt. I'm just using Super Whisper here to do the prompting. So let's see if Cursor can help us set this up. So you can see we added a memory file path. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this run and I'll take you back when we have something here. Okay, so you can see in our config file now, we have added a new memory server under the comms agent. Yeah, that's what I wanted. This is gonna be the server memory. We have a memory file path we need to set. This is where we're gonna store. Okay, we can store this in special AI agent memory JSON. That's fine. Okay, so let's just accept this and let me take a look here. Yeah, we got a command to actually run this server. So what I'm gonna do now is just copy this. So if I want to run this server now, I can just open up a new terminal here, right? And just run this, right? So now we are running this knowledge graph MCP server running on standard in out. Perfect. I'm just gonna double check my file path. Okay, so that's pretty good. So that was basically all we had to do to update our comms agent with a new MCP server. Okay, so let's test the memory now. So I'm just gonna run this. So yeah, we have some async issues here, but that's fine. It's still running. We have all our 26 tools connected. So what I'm gonna add to the memory is just some information about advanced coding from Gemini 2.5 Pro. So let's just grab some information and let me do a prompt. Okay, so I lost my audio, but basically the prompt is gonna be, we have some information about Gemini in our memory, load up this information, write a blog post about this, an article, save it as blog MD in our new repo Gemini 2.5 Magic. So if we run this now, basically we're just gonna run this. So I just want to show you the plan here. So we're gonna have some steps that involves the comms agent, right? If we go up here now, you can see we have the comms agent. Step 1, search for Gemini. We're gonna open the nodes to find the memory. We're gonna write the blog post. Then we're gonna create the new repo, and we're gonna create the blog.md file into this repo. That is gonna be the setup. So we're just gonna let this run now, and I'm gonna take you back kind of when, yeah, you can see we loaded the memory here, so that's perfect, nice structure here. So I'm gonna take you back when we have completed this, and we're gonna check out how well it worked. Okay, so you can see here now we got the file URL, so that means that our repo is created. Boom, we got it. So this is the blog post, exploring the magic of Gemini 2.5 Pro, Google's latest marvel. We have some history, key features, benchmarks, conclusion, future implications. So this was worked pretty good. So I thought it was pretty cool, and yeah, blog MD, perfect. So that means that our memory worked, and we could actually use that as information. So maybe this was not the best memory, but you could imagine if we had like a job we do all the time, we could store this in this knowledge graph, and every time we load up our agent, just say, do the job you did last time. Look in the memory or something, and that should work out pretty good, right? So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this system and super excited to work more on it. So yeah, if you want access to this setup I have now, I have pushed this to my community GitHub. So if you are a member of the channel, you should have access to this now. I kind of put up some README files here, so we kind of try to explain this, but yeah, go check it out and try it out. And I would love to read some of the comments. I rarely respond to comments, but I try to read them. So this repo now, if you become a member of the channel, should have everything we have looked at today. So it's not too bad to set up. If you want to add more servers, I have linked to kind of the official Model Context Protocol here, where you can find a bunch of servers that can expand your agent to. Look at all these agents. So we're definitely gonna do more videos where I try to maybe connect 10, 20 agents, we'll see. But yeah, hope this gave you some inspiration, and yeah, probably see you again tomorrow. I think I have something I wanna do a video on. So yeah, enjoy your day, and thank you for tuning in, and we speak again very soon.